With the new year just days away, many people are looking forward to what new advances in technology will bring. Investors are putting their money into new products like virtual reality. A recent report found 120 virtual reality related deals this year, totaling more than $630 million.
And nearly $4 billion has funded virtual reality startups since 2010. So what other tech can we expect in 2016?
CNET senior editor Dan Ackerman, along with CBS News contributor and editor of TheNewYorker.com, Nick Thompson, are both here. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Delighted to be here.
So, Nick, let me start with you. Let's talk about virtual reality. It was talked about a lot in 2015. How is it expected to change next year?
I think this is the year it becomes mainstream, right? We actually get the Oculus headset. We're going to have PlayStation headsets. We're going to have a whole bunch of headsets come in. I like to think of it as like last year was the year that tech editors used it. This is the year that my sisters use it. And then next year will be the year that my mother uses it. But basically, everybody's going to start using it. It is great. It will also make you nauseous if you use it for a long time. We'll see what the actual applications are, but VR is definitely coming, and we'll all be using it this year.
So when I see this stuff, I think it looks great, but I think games, and I also think, isn't it kind of pricey now? Do we expect that to change at all, Dan?
You know, the first generation, especially of the Oculus, is going to require a big fancy computer to use. The Trojan horse might be that Sony version that'll hopefully plug into your PlayStation so you don't have to buy anything extra. And of course, the ones you can get now are just basically cardboard and plastic boxes you slip your phone into. That's a great sort of almost a gateway drug to VR.
Another big topic was drones in 2015. Could that potentially, Nick, become mainstream like virtual reality?
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of people getting it for Christmas. Lots of people have drones. I mean, so the question with drones is, what are they actually useful for, right? They're really cool for me to play with my kids, and to fly for a little bit, and they're really great for like spying on your neighbors. But what is the thing that they're good for that's actually useful? Delivery, not quite yet, right? The battery powers, the landing problems, there are all sorts of problems with that. They're really good for farmers, they're really good for filmmakers. So the question for this year is, do they move beyond sort of hobbyists and households, and do we actually find real applications for them? And also, do they become too annoying? Like, I think people don't really they like having drones themselves. They don't like other people having drones.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's been all this talk about Amazon and development, but then you do wonder, where is this going? I mean, is a drone going to land on my, apartment building rooftop, and I'll collect my Amazon book or whatever? Yeah, like
just hover outside the window and you reach out and grab it.
We're a long way from that, I presume,
the real litmus test is, for a lot of things, I think, is almost real estate. That's a great way to tell. If you could do a flyover of a property with a drone, and for virtual reality, also the litmus test, the first thing besides games people started talking about was, I could do a walkthrough of a house.
Right, that's very true,
How about television technology? What is on the cusp of becoming really big this year, Dan?
Every year they want to have a new buzzword for you to go out and buy a new TV, because you know what? Your plasma or your LCD TV doesn't break down every 2 years like it used to, so they need to convince you to buy a new one. It was 3D, that didn't work. 4K, starting to get there. OLED looks really cool, will be another couple of years before that's affordable. One of the buzzwords is HDR, high dynamic range. It basically means the bright stuff and the dark stuff both gets optimized. You can see a lot more detail. You have to shoot stuff in HDR, kind of like you have to shoot stuff in 4K, and have a compatible TV. It's a shot in the dark to see if people will really adopt it.
Dan, you must be listening to my husband talk, because his whole thing are these smart TVs, and he's like, all of our TVs are obsolete. We have to move them all out. We need smart TVs. Is a smart TV, is that the way of the future?
My view on televisions is that we've reached the era of very marginal improvements, right? TV technology is pretty awesome. I had a conversation with my 7-year-old last night, and he was getting his $1 a week allowance. Said, I want to save up and get a TV. I said, okay, how much do you think a good TV costs? He's like, $10,000. It's like, actually, they cost like $300. Like the TV we had cost like $279. So TV technology, the physical technology, is great. The technology that needs to improve, the interfaces, right? We need better remote controls, better ways to navigate through the different programs. So we'll see a lot of improvement in that area, like whether we can stuff in more pixels and all that stuff. Yes, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference.
Look, if you can make sure that a remote control doesn't get hidden in the bottom of my couch, I will pay extra for that.
Find my remote control. That's the device you actually need, right?
Definitely. So then, okay, so we've done TVs, we've done drones. What do you guys know about that we don't know about that's probably going to be hot in the coming year?
I think we're into the era of kind of that smart home, connected home stuff, the voice recognition stuff, where it goes from being kind of a proof of concept. Nobody really needs a refrigerator that knows when you're out of milk, because you're not going to buy a new refrigerator for another 10 years. But if you could turn on your light bulbs by talking to Amazon Echo or to your phone, that's at least practical and not super expensive. And the best part is it actually kind of works.
So,
go ahead.
I was going to go for a different technology for here, which is sort of geoengineering, right? So there's the ways to stop climate change. Number one, you can kind of reduce our energy consumption, we can drive more efficient cars, we can put up solar panels. The problem is that's really slow, it's really hard, we've tried to shift society for a long, long time. So at some point, people are going to start spending a lot of energy sucking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. How exactly do you do it? Do you put it in the ocean? Where exactly do you store it? What is the technology? And it's always been a kind of hidden technology because the environmentalists, the ones who care the most about global warming, don't really want to talk about it because
they want us to scale back.
They want us to scale back.
Right.
So I think this is the year where conversations and scientific research into geoengineering become totally mainstream because we have a real climate crisis, and I think a lot of smart scientists start to think about this and work on this, and there are advances.
We're almost out of time, but which tech companies are you looking to really shine this year? Go ahead.
Well, I think the most interesting one is the opposite of shining, which is Apple, right? Which is the company that always shines. And then last year, Apple Pay. Tim Cook said it's going to be the year of Apple Pay. Didn't really work. Apple Watch didn't really work. So I'll be watching them carefully, and I'll be watching Snapchat carefully because their IPO is coming.
Yeah, a lot of these technologies are super mature now. Phones, I like to see what people do in wearable spaces, whether it's a Fitbit or Pebble, and whether Apple can really make those smartwatches work.
All right. Well, Nick Thompson, Dan Ackerman, thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Pleasure to be here.